Hey guys, today we'll be changing out our knock sensor. So I've elected to go with the part from NTK. It is the manufacturer for the Nissan part. So I was looking on Z1 Motorsports and they have the Nissan one and it was listed at like 199 bucks. And then I went on Rock Auto and I found the NTK brand for about 44. So I'm going to go with the NTK. If you're really not sure, you can't go wrong with the Nissan one ever. But from what I gather is this is the manufacturer for them. Now, in order to do the job, you will have to take off the intake manifold. There are some videos out there though where they go through this area. I would take it as the opportunity to, if you have to take everything apart, maybe now's the time you put in a plenum spacer, you put in the MREV2, or maybe you do some port and polishing of your own and coat it. So there's a lot of opportunities if you're willing to put in the work. So if you want to see those steps, please refer to my MREV2 installation video. I go over the whole top end on how this all comes apart. To access the sensor, I would highly recommend that you disconnect the fuel off the back of the fuel rails. I would also recommend that you put a new O-ring seal on it if you're going to reassemble it, because this is quite old. With everything out and all the fasteners out, you can go ahead and remove this bottom plenum. So we're doing a bunch of work on the car. We're massaging the intake manifold, having it polished, coated. And because I have everything out, I figured now's a good time to change out the sensor with a new one and also show you guys where it is. Now, I do trust if you guys are working on your vehicle, whenever you are, you're disconnecting the negative terminal off the battery. So once we get in here, you have to unplug it first. Take the time to look inside the connector, look for corrosion. And then you go ahead and loosen it. So it's a 12mm bolt. So it might feel tight. I did have to use my special ratchet just to crack it loose. But once you crack the bolt, it's not hard. Take it out. Here's the old original part. You can see it says NTK on it. The new one's not exactly the same. Manufacturing changes over time. So the purpose of the sensor is to listen for detonation. So it's a very important part. And when you have access to it and you have a bit of an older vehicle, it's probably a good idea to change it out. And before installing the new part, I'm putting a little bit of thread lock onto the bolt. So I clean the area. I'm going to put the sensor back in the same orientation. And then I'm going to hand thread in the bolt. As far as it will let me. And then all you have to do is just snug it on. Now, while everything's exposed, I'm taking the time and I've taken exterior Tesa tape in this area to help protect the wire over time, or the factory loom. And I've also added a little bit of dielectric grease to the plug. So now you can go ahead and plug it all in. So make sure it's tight, just give it a little wiggle, go back and forth over here. Because the last thing you want to do if you're doing a job like this is the only thing that you're doing. You don't want something to be loose and you put it all back together. Because I know some people can access it through here, but if you have this apart, take the time because this is much easier to access it from this point. So there you guys have it. Changing out the knock sensor isn't a hard job. Now you know where it is, but there is a lot of components you will have to remove to access it.